Ayan, hello everyone. Isang mapagpalayang hapon sa iyong lahat. Tutor Jen, hello, kamusta?
Hello, Tutor Rogar. Good afternoon. Good afternoon sa lahat nating mga learners this afternoon.
Yes, kamusta naman po tayong lahat, mga estudyante ko? Hello. By the way, magpapakilala muna kami sa hindi pa nakakilala sa amin. Ako nga pala si Ginoong Roger R. Garcia from Francisco Bangoy National High School, Division of Davao City.
Ako naman si Tutor Jen Pepito from SDO Davao City, specifically from Daniel R. Aguinaldo National High School.
Ayan, hello sa ating lahat. Sana'y kumain na kayo, nakapananghalian na bang lahat? Tsaka sa aking mga kaibigan dyan at mga estudyante ko sa Francisco Bangoy National High School at sa aming principal na si Sir Rolando R. Capol. Yes, Tito Jen?
Yes, live na live po tayo ngayon sa different social media platforms. So if possible, please do share so that mas marami tayong ma-reach ng mga learners. We are live now sa DepEd EdTech Unit Facebook page, DepEd Tayo Facebook page, DepEd Philippines YouTube channel, DepEd Educational Technology Unit YouTube channel.
Ayan, so marami din tayo no sa mga So please don't forget to share, like our session for this morning. This afternoon rather. Okay, so meron tayong mahusay cutie of the week. Ang ganda ng pagka-layout. Maraming salamat Sir Richard Vidal. Maraming salamat sa paggawa mo ng aming publication material. All over, from grade 7 to grade 10, di ba? Sige, Tutor Jen, introduce natin mga cuties of the week.
Yes. Ang ating mahusay cutie of the week, meron tayong dalawa ngayon na ma-feature natin. We have Alexandra Chris V. Patrica from grade 7, section productivity, Baruya High School, Division of Pampanga. That's Region 3, Central Luzon. Ang kanyang science teacher ay si Ma'am Ana Teresa C. Aguinaldo. Ang parents niya ay si Mr. Alexander and Mrs. Cristina Patrica. At may isa pa, Tutor Rogar?
Yes. Sige. Ako naman, ang ating cutie of the week. Okay, bibigyan sila ng electronic certificate. Ipakita natin yon, Tutor Jen.
Kanina.
So meron kayong electronic certificate was given to you in recognition of your outstanding participation and great attitude during the E2Like online tutorial session in Science 7. Ayan. Sige. So you can screenshot po ha. Yan. Another cutie of the week is John Chris Gabriel, a grade 7 Sampaguita from Partida National High School. Wow, ang layo. Division of Bulacan. Wow. Region 3 Central Luzon. His science teacher is Ma'am Sarah May Piri Bunaw and his parents is Mr. Christian and Mrs. Rachel Gabriel. Ayan. Thank you. Congratulations, Gabriel.
Yes. Last week, si Ma'am Sarah Libunaw ang ating science teacher of the week, diba?
Yes. And I can still remember yan.
And we give this electronic certificate to John Chris Gabriel.
Chris Gabriel. Yan. Maraming salamat, John Chris Gabriel. Screenshots o pwede niyong balikan para i-screenshot nyo. Okay,
yes,
next.
And Tutor Roger, we also recognize our active participants last week. We have Alriza Zaidane Gaza from SPJ7 M. Del Pilar High School, SDO Pampanga. Ang kanyang teacher ay si Ma'am Keja Luis Q. Garcia. And we also acknowledge our participants last week from the different schools. We have Ingod Ramona Integrated School, Angadanan West District, Kalumpang National High School. Ano pa, Tutor Rogar?
Alicia Vocational High School, QP's National High School, La Union National High School, LFG Diamantina National High School of Isabela, Rizal National High School. Wow, thank you so much.
And we also have from Yes, Nueva Ecija High School, Gutad National High School, RANHS Iloilo City, Santa Lucia National High School, at Nikaan High School ng SDO Cotabato. Thank you very much po for your participation last week, and we look forward to still having you this week. So
Yes, of course.
For our learners now, let us know from where you're from, your school, your division, and other information that would help us
Kasi
identify you.
Yes, Tutor Jen, di ba? In order for you to be recognized, kailangan talaga ilagay niyo yung school ninyo every time na nag-answer kayo, and your science teacher maybe, and your SDO. Ayan, para ma-feature kayo next week. Go, go, go na. Okay,
and
so
ating reference ngayon, Tutor Rogar.
Go, our reference is from this is quarter one module 4. I have less, she has ample, he has more. Let us see what's in store. Yan. Okay, writer is Maria Sheila S. Manila, Mirna V. Deniaga, and Cherry Joy F. Angangan. Yan. Okay. From SDO Sok Sargent.
Yes. So this week, Tutor Rogar, we will learn about saturated solution. We are now on week 5 of quarter 1. Ang bilis ng panahon.
Yes, ang bilis ng panahon. And we're about to end this quarter. Diba? Konting weeks na lang, second quarter na. Siya, go, go, go tayong lahat. Ayan.
Yes. Anong ating milk this week, Tutor Rogar?
Okay, our most essential learning competency quarter 1, week 4 to 5 is investigate properties of unsaturated or saturated solutions. Okay, so knowing that this is good for 2 weeks, the unsaturated and saturated. But we are now focused on saturated solutions because last week we discussed unsaturated solution. Diba, Tutor Jen?
Yes, and I'm seeing our audience now, Tutor Rogar. We have from grade 7, Sunflower, grade 7, Bigonia. That's from Panggoy National High School. Mga estudyante mo.
That's my student. Okay, hello, Joanne. Ayan. I told them to watch kasi. Ayun. So, keep watching, guys. Kasi yan din ang ating pag-aaralan.
Because this afternoon, we will learn to what the saturated solution is. You will describe the appearance of a saturated solution and compare qualitative concentrations, the saturated, and we also add super saturated kasi we've already learned last week about unsaturated solution. So let's review a little on that.
Yes, of course. Diba? I am so excited to know what is saturated, Tutor Jen. Kaya are we all ready? So yun yung tanong, are you ready?
Yes.
Ayan. I think they're all ready and set. And sa tingin nila na ready tayo kasi ready yung outfit natin na bluer than blue. Okay?
Okay, so let's have our pre-test. So if you have your notebook ready or your module ready, you can write down your answers there. And if you're still with us on Facebook Live, you can chat your comments in the comment section and your answers rather in the comment section. And you may include your section and school to be recognized. So we have 3 questions, Tutor Rogar. Please do the honor of reading the 3 questions.
Okay, of course. You have question number 1. Yan. So, pipili lang sila, no? Is it unsaturated, saturated, and supersaturated? Question number 1. If dissolved solute is above the saturation point, additional solute gathers at the bottom. Okay, is it A, B, or C? Number 2. Its dissolved solute is at saturation point. No more can dissolve. And for number 3, its dissolved solute is below saturation point. More can dissolve. Okay, so what's your answer? Now, we're waiting for their answer. 1, 2, and 3, just chat the answers 1, 2, 3. Okay, diretsahin natin. For number 1, for number 2, and for number 3. We are all waiting.
May sagot na si Crystal K. Doroni, kaya lang walang number. Antayin natin.
Crystal, ano ba yan? Lagyan nyo ng number.
May naghihintay na tutorogar kung nasa na daw si Isaac Newton. Remember mo last week? Siya yung mahugot natin na estudyante.
Anong pangalan? Na-Chuty of the Week ba siya, Tutor Jen?
I was not able to contact him or her. Pero sige lang, try natin mamaya. Ayan, may mga sagot na tutorogar.
Ayan, may mga sagot na. Sige, unahin natin.
Sige, number 1.
Si Farhan Alim from grade 7 Sampaguita. Sabi niya, it's 1A. No, it's letter C. Ayan, si Alexia. Ayan, so C, B, N, A. Ayan, tama din si Riza.
Yes, si Riza Acedo. Correct. Tapos si Janet Flood Patayon. No?
Ayan, ang daming sagot nila.
Yes. Okay, tama rin si Miss Hannah May Baradi. And marami pang iba.
And actually, ang galing nila. So let's have a recap. Tutor Jen? Can we have a recap?
Yes, kasi we're talking about solutions for 2 weeks now. Maaari lang na dapat is ma-remember ninyo what these terms are. So we have solute, solvent, and saturation point. So the picture we have here on the left, that's our setup, or pictures from last week's session. So let's recall, when we speak of solute, we have here the sugar, for example. When we say solute, that's the component of the solution which dissolves in the solvent. And the solvent in this example is our calamansi juice. So that's the component of a solution which dissolves or does the dissolving. And usually that's the larger component in a solution. At ang third key term naman natin, tutorogar at mga learners, ay ang saturation point. This is the stage at which no more of a substance can be absorbed into a vapor or dissolved into a solution. Siya yung limit.
Okay. Now, so, Tutor Jen, meron tayong inahandang parang mini experiment daw. Sige, ako, examine the pictures below. So, we need to see the object, the materials used, diba? Now, meron tayong 100 ml of hot water. Hot water, pinaganap talaga. 100 milliliters of cold water. If you see cold, malamig, yung hot, mainit. And meron din tayo, sa nakikita nyo dyan, it's 1/2 teaspoon sugar. Yun. So ngayon, ang gagawin natin, we will have a question and then you're going to predict what will happen. Diba? Tama ba ako, Tutor Jen?
Yes.
Yan. Ay, wait. Meron. Ayan na si Isaac. I miss you. May ganon. Wow. Para na silang mag-classmates, Tutor Jen. Ang saya naman. Sabi ni Isaac Newton, hello, fans. Okay, so let's continue. Number 1, will the sugar dissolve completely? Number 2, what do you think will happen if we keep on adding more sugar? Ayun.
May so, sagot na si Crystal K. Crystal K. Doroni.
Let me remind everyone, students, if you have an answer, you need to put your school, your science teacher, and your division para ma-recognize din namin. Parang template na rin siya, kumbaga. Tama ba, Jen?
Yes, sabi ni Crystal K, the sugar will dissolve in the hot water, but in a cold water, it will be hard to dissolve. Tapos sabi naman ni Richmond Magusib, yes, it will dissolve. And number 2, it will still dissolve daw even if we keep on adding more sugar. So let's see what will happen.
Sige, let's see. Okay.
So this afternoon, again, our focus is on saturated solution. So we go back to our setup. This time we have 2 bottles na. Unlike last week, we only have 1 ng calamansi juice. Ngayon, we have a 100 ml hot water, and in another glass, we have 100 ml cold water. So pag sinabi natin na saturated solution, ang ibig sabihin yan is that the solution now contains the maximum amount of a solute dissolved by a given amount of solvent. So from the 1/2 teaspoon of sugar earlier that we added, yan, na-mix na siya. And tingnan natin, no, so what will happen? Say, pag saturated solution in a glass, kung sa simple terms niyan, Tutor Rogar and learners, we say, pag saturated solution is already full. We say it's a solution that is full of solute and cannot dissolve any more of it. So, you have here a glass. Top view ito. Tingnan natin sa taas para mas makita nila. Yes, we have this crystals or sugar crystals that are found at the bottom na nag-sink siya dun sa bottom ng glass.
Okay. Tutor Jen, mayroon akong question. Bakit mas mabilis mag-dissolve sa hot kaysa sa cold, Tutor Jen?
Kasi di ba we have factors that affect solubility. So one there is temperature. So the warmer it is, the better it is for the solvent or the solute to dissolve in the solvent. So let's see also, Tutor Rogar, kasi ito yung setup natin. So we have 100 ml of hot water, 100 ml of cold water. So tandaan ang placement natin, nasa left. If you're looking at the screen, nasa left ang hot water, nasa right ang cold water. And then we add 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. Tingnan natin kung tama kanilang sagot kanina. So we mixed the sugar, we stirred it in the glass, and see that all the sugar still dissolved in the 2 glasses of water, even though it's hot or cold.
Pero Tutor Jen, no, merong pagkakaiba yung in physical appearance na yung sa hot water, which is the glass A or hot water, mas clear siya kaysa yung sa cold water, medyo cloudy yung itsura niya, di ba?
Di ba yung malamig, parang may moist sa labas ng baso.
Yes.
And
parang
may effect din siya sa appearance nito. So, in this case, adding 1/2 teaspoon of sugar to 100 ml of water, we still were able to have unsaturated solution. So, tingnan natin. So, like last week, we learned about unsaturated, meaning kaya pa niyang mag-accept ng solute, kaya pa niyang mag-dissolve. So, dagdagan pa natin, Tutor Rogar, from here.
Sige, para mas masaya, dagdagan pa natin ng solute.
Yan. So, ito yung kanina na may 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. Dagdagan natin ng 1/2 tablespoon sugar. Yan, mas marami na.
Another 1/2 tablespoon of sugar. Okay, go.
Anong napapansin mo ngayon, Tutor Rogar?
Oo. Yung before, yung 1/2 teaspoon pa, ay medyo light lang. Ngayon, medyo darker na yung itsura sa hot water or sa glass A. Yung sa glass B naman, na cold water, yung last time, hindi pa masyadong dark. Ngayon, medyo dark na siya, pero cloudy pa rin yung kanyang effect. Or parang may moist pa rin.
And then, isang limitation lang nito, Tutor Rogar, no? Kasi nga, kahapon lang natapos or isang araw lang natapos yung aking quarantine. So, may limitations tayo sa gamit sa bahay. So, hindi natin na-specify dito sa setup yung exact na temperature. Tapos, pwede rin tayo na gumamit ng, mas specify sana kung ilan talaga yung temperature ng hot at saka yung cold water para mas makita nila yung effect. So, we just generalize na hot and cold water.
Cold. Yun, actually, yun lang man talaga muna. Kasi grade 7, alam mo naman. So, baka mabigla sila, ganun mga Fahrenheit, mga degree Celsius. So, dahan-dahan. So, cold and hot lang muna tayo.
Yes. So, kasi na-dissolve pa siya lahat, meaning this is still unsaturated. So, dagdagan pa natin, Chuturogar. Nag-add na tayo
Sige,
kanina ng
para mas
1/2
masaya,
teaspoon.
dagdagan pa, more.
Nagdagdag na tayo ng 1/2 tablespoon. This time, dagdagan pa natin ng
Another
1 tablespoon of sugar.
So, 2 tablespoons na lahat. Tama ba, Tutor Jen?
We have 1/2 teaspoon, 1/2 tablespoon, and 1 tablespoon sugar. So, eto na yung nangyari sa setup natin, Chuturogar. May napapansin ka ba?
Medyo darker na talaga siya. Diba?
Palatandaan
pero mas clear
na,
pa rin.
Pag darker, palatandaan
na mas marami na siyang sulyut compared before.
And dito sa cold water, Chuturogar?
Yung kanyang sugar sa nagsettle lang siya, hindi siya masyadong na-mix. May mga sugar crystals pa na nakikita.
Kahit anong gawin mong paghalo sa kanya, yun na. Ayaw niya mag-cooperate.
Ayaw niya mag-cooperate. Tama.
Yan. So, from there, from this setup, kasi na-mix pa kay hot water, meaning itong glass A, this is still unsaturated. Si 100 ml na cold water, dahil may mga nagsettle na dyan sa baba, that's an indicator that our setup now, yan, ito yung top view. Kasi may nakikita tayo sa bottom. Yan.
Yes,
sabi ni Marjon,
mas klaro na yan na makikita ka sa top view.
Sabi ni Marjon Manalansan, may mga tira-tira pa daw po. Ayan.
Yes.
So this time, you're looking at a saturated solution. Etong 100 ml cold water. So if we have this, what do you think will happen if we keep on adding more sugar in this saturated solution?
Okay. So, the answer to Tutor Jen, it will become supersaturated, a solution in which the amount of solute is greater than the solute's solubility at a given volume and temperature. Yun pala. So, magiging supersaturated siya.
May mga prefixes. Yun yung maganda sa science, Chuturogar. May mga prefixes tayo na dinadagdag sa ating root word. So we have an. From last week, we learned about an, meaning kulang pa. It's not full yet. We say, pag super, meaning sobra na ang kanyang na-contain na solute. Sabi nga ni, ni Isaac Newton, huwag maging solute.
Bang siya, hugot pa rin siya, no? Huwag maging solute. Sobrang solute, kumbaga.
Yeah. And then, napapansin ko lang din, Chuturogar, na ang participants or ang audience natin ngayon ay mas maliit compared last week kasi 'di ba may mga areas tayo na affected ng typhoon right now. So we wish or we pray for their safety and also their well-being kasi may bagyo tapos may pandemic pa.
Yes, kaya nga we have to keep praying and keep safe talaga. Kung walang ginagawa sa labas, pasok lang kayo always. Most especially mga bata. Yan. Okay, sabi nga dito ni Saak, may mga hugot siya. Oo.
Grade 7.
Kasi grade 7, parang hindi ata parang hindi ata akma, pero sige lang. Opinion niya yan, di ba?
Hinihahalin tulad nila yung lesson natin sa relasyon.
Sa relasyon. O, yun lang. Diyan lang tayo.
Okay. So, balikan natin, Chuturogar, yung top view ng ating saturated solution. Okay, so, pag super saturated na siya, this state is unstable. Okay, so, any changes and slight agitation will cause the formation of precipitation in it. So, tingnan lang, yung picture natin dito is saturated yung nasa left. But pag pinag-usapan natin yung super saturated, some of the solute will still come out of the solution. And once the precipitation occurs, it will still go back to that saturated solution.
Okay. Wow. Ganun pala.
Yes. And then may marami tayong examples, Tutor Rogar, or factors muna. What are our factors that affect saturation?
Diba? Yes, diba? I've made mention, one is the temperature. Yan. Pangalawa is pressure, chemical composition, concentration, and amount of solute. So these are the factors that affect the saturation of a mixture. Yan. Or a solution, perhaps.
Ito, we have number 3, diba? Chemical composition. Sa module nila, ang example doon is salt ang i-add. Sa activity nila is salt, tapos i-add sa water. Ginamit ko lang dito sa lesson natin ngayon is sugar para mas makita rin nila yung changes sa color.
Kasi pag salt kasi puti, so hindi masyadong ma-distinguish saan doon si salt, yung mga crystallized salt. Whether if you're going to use the sugar, mas better siya.
At may dagdag na hugot na naman dito si learner natin, Isaac Newton. Pag may namumuo na daw sama ng loob, para daw yung precipitate.
Ganun. Okay. So, how to create a saturated solution? Ayun. So, first, we have to add solute to liquid until dissolving stops. Second, we have to evaporate of solvent from a solution until the solute begins to precipitate or crystallize. And the third, add seed crystals to a solution that is supersaturated. Ayun. So, why do we need to have saturated solution, Tutor Jen, pag sa bahay? Ano mong
we have different uses or examples of saturated solution. I'll start with, and dito na si Don Lester Bayawa, ang ating tutor of the week na last week.
Hello, Don Lester. Ayan, so ito yung mga halimbawa.
We have these examples. One, we have carbonated water. So, ang nasa carbonated water, we have soda and soda water. These are saturated with carbon. So, pag inopen mo siya, they usually give off extra carbon bubbles. Then, powdered juice also. Parang advice lang din na kasi hindi siya always healthy na to take this. Pero we have an example kasi minsan naman, we have this handy, yung mga powdered juice. If we add flavored sugar to a water, and up to a point na ayaw na niyang mahalo, kasi nga, di ba, pag juice, magpe-prepare tayo pag, malamig. Mas gusto natin yung malamig. So, if it no longer dissolves, then we say that it's already saturated. Pero di ba, Tutor Roger, may mga hack tayo na ginagawa pag nagtitimpla tayo ng juice. Una is ihahalo muna natin pa sa yung at least warm or lukewarm water bago tayo magdagdag ng malamig na tubig.
Ayan, para mas ma-mix talaga ng mabuti at mas sumarap pa ang tinimpla nating juice.
And ito pa isang example, soapy water. When we add powdered soap into water until such point na ayaw na niyang ma-dissolve. So, magdagdag tayo ng powder. Then, meron pang mga ibang examples. Tutor Roger, ano ito?
Okay, so chocolate milk. So, how to make chocolate powder added to milk until no more powder can be added. Yan. Bathing salts, water mixed with bathing salt until it can no longer dissolve additional salts. Another is the protein drinks. Diba yung mga gym bodies dyan na very conscious of their health, they need to have more protein than carbohydrates. So, unlike me, I am more on carbo. So, you need to, protein powder could be used to create a saturated solution with milk, tea, or water.
Yan, kailangan ko yan, yung mga protein drinks. Kulang ko dyan.
Kaya nga.
Ito yung bathing sauce. No, ito yung bathing salts, Tutor Rogar. Ito, share ko sa kanila. Ginagamit na yung combination ng sugar, may milk na, yung pang scrub, body scrub. So, may mga instructions yan sa label na you add just a little amount of water para mas ma-appreciate mo pa yung pag-scrub sa katawan. Kasi if you have more water in it, then ma-defeat yung purpose ng pagiging body scrub. Okay. And we have other examples. Ito, sweetened beverages. The sugar could be mixed into coffee or tea. So, bantayan nila yung kanang mga parents or guardian pag naghahalo nito. There's a limit up to how much sugar we can add into the solution. Ito naman, Tutor Rogar, ito masarap to yung pancake syrup.
Wow, ang sarap naman yan. Actually, gusto ko yan.
Kasi nga yung pancake, di ba? Yung syrup ng pancake, flavored na siya. Tapos, kung gusto mo pang dagdagan yung concentration, some of its sugar will settle at the bottom. That's an indicator, an evidence that the solution is now saturated. At ito last na example natin, Tutor Rogar, kung maglilinis sila sa bahay, is magmi-mix ng cleaning powder. Katulad ng kanina ng soapy, we have soapy water. This one, if they add a cleaning powder to their container na may tubig, if sumobra na yung dinagdag nila na cleaning powder, it will no longer mix properly with the water. So pag ganyan na condition, pag saturated na siya, it's not effective for cleaning. Kung ba nagsasayang ka lang ng tubig at sabon.
Actually, yes. Nakaka-relate ang ating mga mahal nating mga mommies there. Diba? And of course, yung mga parents, mga guardians na naglilinis. Yan. Okay, Tutor Jen?
So we go back to our example earlier. Let's ask our learners, tell us what you see when you look at a saturated solution. How do you describe this one?
Okay, so hintayin natin ang kanilang mga sagot. How do you describe the appearance of what you've seen right now of the saturated solution?
No? Nagbibigay tayo ng, we were giving examples earlier. Ito naman yung mga learners natin is may mga sarili ng, ano ba yan, parang analogy sa
ang galing nga nila. Actually, Tutor Jen, believe ako sa mga estudyante ngayon kasi nabibigyan na nare-relate nila sa real life situation of which that is a higher learning. Dapat kasi yung lesson nare-relate talaga sa examples ng mga ng real situations, 'di ba? It could be siguro, could be binigyan niya ng relationship, yung sa mga relasyon. Okay naman yun. And others, 'di ba? So saludo ako sa mga bata ngayon. Yan. Sabi dito, sabi ni Alexander Florante Gapada, dark na po. Ayun. Okay, sabi naman ni Don Lester,
dark.
The color po is dark. Yan, the color po is dark. Yun. Tutor Jem, meron ng mga answers.
Yan. At si Sir, si Marjon, Manalansanan, sabi niya, may equal number na daw ng particles ng solute and solvent. So, yan naman naka-encircle dyan na para mas makita nila that in a saturated solution, it's possible that we see presence of an excess solid which can no longer dissolve.
Okay.
And it contains maximum amount of solute. So tama yung sinabi ni Marjon kanina.
Yan. So tandaan natin na pag sinasabing saturated, meron pa siyang mga naiwang, mga crystallized something or substances na hindi na siya ma-dissolve. And that's what we call the saturated solution. Yan.
And pag ganito, Tutor Rogar, no, if we want to still mix it, then we can change the temperature, di ba? That's one factor. So we can change the temperature para mas ma-dissolve
mas
pa siya.
fast ng dissolve. Pero ano siya, 'di ba? Para mag-dissolve na rin. May hugot dito sa Isaac, sabi niya ang pagdagdag ng solute sa solvent na super saturated na ay parang pagbibigay ng pagmamahal sa taong di naman sinasalo ang pagmamahal mo. Ayan.
Ay,
diba?
hintayin nila mamaya ang ating quote of the week. Parang mas marami pa silang may share.
I'm excited for the quote of the week. Okay, go na tayo, Tutor Jen. Let's have our assessment.
Okay, we have 4 questions for our assessment. 1 and 2, Tutor Rogar will read, and 3 and 4, I will be the one to read.
Okay, for number 1, which describes a saturated solution? A, less solvent than solute. B, less solute than solvent. C, equal amounts of solute and solvent. Or letter D, less amount of both solute and solvent. Number 2, which is true about saturated solution at a given temperature? A, no more solute will dissolve in the solution. B, adding more solute will increase the saturation. C, you can dissolve more solute if you stir solution. Or D, 1 liter of solution contains 2,000 grams of solute. Now, go. Answer 1 and 2. Okay, may answer na.
Yes.
Marjon answered letter C. Okay, Crystal answered letter D. Sophia answered C. Alexander answered C and A for number 2. So let's see the answer. C, correct. And for number 2, very good. Congratulations. Ang galing talaga ng mga students
correct
natin.
Correct din si Alexandra Patrica. Let's have question number 3 and number 4. So what would you do to make a solute dissolve more quickly? A, stir it in cold water. B, stir it in warm water. C, let the solute settle down. Or D, there's nothing to do with the solute. Or number 4, a saturated solution is made by dissolving a 37 gram of solid in 200 ml of water. A second solution is made by dissolving 19 grams of the same solid in 100 ml of water. Now, how would you classify this solution? A, unsaturated. B, saturated. C, supersaturated. D, hypersaturated. May mga sumagot na sa number 3, sina Crystal, sina Bernal, sina Don Lester. Tingnan natin if they got it correctly. For number 3, letter B. Stir it in warm water. And for number 4, sagot ni Marjon is letter C. Correct. It's supersaturated. Tama rin si Crystal.
Ayan. At saka si
so,
Jaylene,
yun yung 4 na questions natin sa posters. Okay, congratulations.
Si Jaylene Salidar, and si Celebrar from grade 7 Bigonia.
Oh, ito na Tutor Rogar. Tingnan natin kung may mga baon pang hugot dito si Isaac Newton.
Okay. Let me read, Tutor Jen. Above the saturation point, there will be no reaction. In life, just like that, you will become disinterested. But you should know when to give up and when you have had enough. Wow, galing. Oo nga, no? I just realized that. Now, we need to know our limits as well. And we have to know when to give up and when nakama na, sobra na. Lalo-lalo na we are affected na talaga in our well-being, our mental health. Pag naapektuhan na yung mental health natin, na super stress na tayo, we could able to say, okay, stop na muna. I have to rest myself. Because it's important. Yeah. Important kasi yung ating saturated. Oo. Pag super saturated na tayo with problems. Yun. So, ano lang muna, rest lang muna, stop lang muna of thinking of negativities. Ikaw, Tutor Jen.
Ito naman is, yeah, sometimes, di ba, may pinagdadaanan ba daw ako? Wala. Ano lang,
Si
para
Tutor Jen.
ma-inspire lang kasi kay mga learners natin na mahugot. Sabi ni, nagtataka si
Sige.
Alexander kung may pinagdadaanan. Wala, ano lang, minsan kasi, di ba, it gets tiring. If you think of
Totoo.
our situation now, ang dami mong modules na sinasagutan, tapos, you will get tired. You will get tired. So reaching that point is like your saturation point. But remember when to give up at kung when ka punong-puno na.